Runner Flint Firebirds Wednesday evening at 6:45. Then the Spirit travel to Sarnia to visit the Sting Friday at 6:50 before returning home Saturday to welcome the Windsor Spitfires. Tune in to live coverage of every game on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey, 100.5 FM WSGW.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne back in the saddle here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester. Matthew, thank you very much for sitting in yesterday. Kind of a busy day, huh?
I mean, hey, I gave it my best shot. So
yeah, that's the idea. And of course, Charlie Rude sitting in for us on Tuesday, both as we took care of some family matters. And now we are back with beautiful sunshine and a pretty nice forecast. We'll talk about that in just a second. Matthew, what do you have on the thermometer right now?
Well, currently, over at the airport, it's partly sunny at 25 degrees. Over in Midland, it's partly sunny at 27. Here at Radio Center, it's partly sunny at 26 degrees. We have northwest winds at 12 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 30.29, and it's rising.
Well, we were spoiled on Tuesday with some very early spring-like temperatures. Then yesterday, we settled right back down to some cloudy skies, a chilly day, breezy. Wind chill this morning. We started off at 11 overnight, owing all that to a high-pressure system, which had settled down now into northern Illinois. It was a little bit further north yesterday, and that's the reason why we had the weather that we did. The high pressure now, as we said, into northern Illinois. It's going to be working its way to the south and the east over the next 24 to 36 hours. And it will be bringing us some much warmer temperatures for this time of the year, and then also plenty of sun. Matter of fact, much of the continental United States is pretty quiet, and it's going to stay that way till we move into the weekend. That's when a low-pressure system will form over northern Texas, that Texas Panhandle area, Oklahoma. And it looks like it's going to cut pretty much right straight east, maybe a tad to the northeast as it moves along the Tennessee Valley over Saturday, Sunday, and early Monday. So there will be some rain shower activity, maybe mixed in with a little freezing precipitation and some snow that will stretch up almost to the Michigan border. Matter of fact, I think as we approach and get into the weekend, right along the Michigan border with Toledo, Ohio, Aurora, down in that area. There's going to be more in the way of clouds, and it does look like there will be some light precipitation there, but we're not anticipating much of anything here. What's happening is a little bit of a change as far as our weather goes, and it looks as though we're going to have a good couple of weeks of change of weather pattern and, of course, temperatures and very little precipitation, at least to start things off. We're not looking for an increase in precipitation values for a good part of the next couple of weeks. There is going to be the chance of some rain, and maybe at night rain shower activity could be mixed in with a little bit of icing or maybe some light snow in the Great Lakes Bay area. But northern Michigan is going to continue to see a little bit more winter-like conditions, although temperatures will be warming up even into the Upper Peninsula. But it doesn't appear as though it's going to mess up any snow depths in that part of the state. And I don't think it's really going to change the snow depths too much in the extreme northern part of the Lower Peninsula. But obviously, the further south you get, the better chance it is that we'll see less snow, and maybe a little bit more runoff, but quite a bit of the snow that's on the ground, especially here in the central part of the Lower Peninsula and the southern part of the Lower Peninsula, has very little, if any, moisture in it at all. We also have seen a little bit of a decrease as far as ice cover goes on the lakes, roughly 5 to 8% less than the last time we chatted as far as ice covering all 5 of the Great Lakes. Superior right now is looking at about 35%. Lake Michigan, 24%. Lake Huron, 61%. Lake Erie right now is 93%. And Lake Ontario is 18%. All of them with lower values than what they were about a week to 10 days ago. Matter of fact, as of right now, about 43% overall coverage of ice on the Great Lakes. We were as high as 53% and even 56% as we went through that really cold period and moved into, at least up until about a week or so ago, we had much higher overall ice coverage. Obviously, a lot more even now than what it was a year ago, where we're at 43% right now. Last year at this stage, we were at 26%. So what's going to be happening? Mix of sun and clouds as we go through the day today. Our temperature should work its way up about another 3 degrees, and that's going to be it. 30 is our projected high. We're looking for low tonight of 15, which is just a tad below normal. But what's average for right now is 31 in the afternoon and 17 at night. So we're pretty close to where we should be right now on a February the 12th. Sun will set this evening at 6:03. It'll rise tomorrow morning at 7:37. And yeah, the days are getting longer, roughly 3 minutes longer each day now as we go through the month of February. And the more sunshine we have, even though the thermometer might not show it, that sun is getting quite a bit warmer. So we are looking at some thawing taking place on a lot of the exposed areas. And even in some of the farm fields, driving in this morning, we're seeing quite a bit more soil than we are snow. And that's going to continue, because after partly cloudy skies tonight and a low of 15, we're going to be mostly sunny tomorrow. We'll crack the 40-degree mark. 41 will be our high tomorrow, 22 for a low tomorrow night. We'll have a southwest breeze tomorrow, gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. So that's the reason why the temperature will be moving up a little bit, that southwest breeze, because the high pressure is going to be dropping further to the south. With that counterclockwise circulation, it's going to be pushing much warmer air up into the Ohio River and Tennessee Valley areas and eventually winding up here. We're not going to be quite as warm as what they will be, let's say, in Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio because of the ice cover. The ice will generate a little bit cooler temperatures than what everybody else will see around the Great Lakes, but out of the line of fire from that southwest breeze. Now, during the day on Saturday will be warmer still, 44 for a high, 26 for a low, still sun, and that high will be over southern Ohio. So that's the reason why the temperatures will continue to climb. Moving into Sunday, we're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies, a temperature of about 46, and then partly cloudy, becoming cloudy on Sunday night, 28, 29 degrees. That's all the cooler it's going to get. Light precipitation on Sunday in the extreme southeast corner, right along the Michigan line with Toledo. That high pressure system, though, another high pressure system will be in Minnesota. And that storm activity that's going to be developing in Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas there is going to be moving into the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. So it's going to try to push some much warmer air up at us, but that high is going to keep the warmer air and the storm activity well to the south of us. So that's why we're not expecting anything in the way of precipitation, even though we will have some clouds increase on Sunday night. Moving into Monday, mostly cloudy skies, becoming partly cloudy later in the day. 46, 47 degrees. That's what we're looking at for a high on Monday. We probably won't drop below the freezing mark on Monday night, looking for low of right around 32, possibly 33 degrees. And then on Tuesday, the warming trend will continue, more in the way of clouds, 48, 49, maybe even 50 degrees on Tuesday. Our low temperature on Tuesday night with a chance of rain is going to be 42. So very warm. Wednesday, 50 for a high. If there is going to be any precipitation, it'll be right away in the morning on Wednesday of next week. That's the way it appears right now. And again, our temperature will be at 50 degrees for a high on Wednesday, mid 40s, low 40s for a low on Wednesday night. The above average temperature trend is going to continue as we move through the remainder of the work week next week, and quite frankly, all the way through the 25th of February. As far as precipitation tallies are concerned, pretty close to average. Record high in this state is 57. That was set in 1932. The coldest on this date, 19 below zero, and that was set in 1917. Incidentally, the coldest ever 12th of February was in 1917. 2 was our high to go along with that 19 below zero for a low. The warmest ever, you got to go back to 1984. 53 was our high. 35 was our low. And the most snow on this date, go back to 2019, 6.8 inches of snow. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Oh, incidentally, a year ago today, our high was 24 and our low was 7, and we picked up 4 inches of snow. So a little bit of a change from a year ago. More on the weather, as we said. Matthew, who do we have coming up?
Coming up next, we have Melinda Sweeney from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. You know, there's one word in the English language that sends shivers up your neck, the back of your neck, makes the hair stand up back there. The word is broke down, breakdown. Seized bearings, failed electric motors, busted roller chain, leaking hose. It doesn't make any difference if you're in agriculture or just in business in general. Broke down is not a word you want to hear, but it's inevitable. It's going to happen. And that's why it's always good to keep this phone number posted somewhere, because when you're broke down and you need help, whether it is a bearing, an electric motor, busted roller chain, leaking hose, 989-695-2239. That's the number. Again, 989-695-2239. You call that number, you're going to talk to real experienced people. They're going to take your call and provide options to address the problem you have now. 2 warehouses conveniently located in the Freeland area. It's Hammond Drives and Equipment Company. They've got thousands of square feet of inventory, industrial parts to keep your business running, downtime for factories, farmers, contractors, and landscapers. You don't have to worry about it. That's lost time. Keep it to a minimum. Call Hammond. Hammond Drives and Equipment Company, 989-695-2239. Thousands of feet of hose and fittings, small to large diameter, with all ranges of pressure ratings, water, air, hydraulic, and more, can be custom made while you wait at their location. They're located in Freeland. For more information, and again, for any help that you need, 989-695-2239. When you deal with Hammond, no problems, only solutions. Hammond Drives and Equipment Company of Freeland. We say good morning to Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. Melinda, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Hey, not too bad. Haven't had a chance to take a look at the markets. It's been a busy morning. What's going on?
Yeah, beans are up 12, corn's up 2, and wheat nearby is up 10.
Oh, no wonder you were smiling.
Yeah, a change of pace for Thursday.
Well, I guess so. What's the reason? What's going on?
We had export sales come out this morning, and let me just grab that PDF. Oops. A lot of eyes on shipments. China has just completed and wrapping up their 12 million metric ton commitment, and it's still questionable if they put 8 more million metric tons on or not. A lot of talk on the bean market and what's going to stay. With CONAB raised Brazilian crop estimates from 176.1 million metric tons to 178 versus the USDA has them at 180. So still below what the USDA is pegged, but still higher raising on the CONAB side.
And I was going to say, and everything else just kind of following suit. Is that how it's working?
Yeah, everything's kind of pulling up on that. With wheat exports were favorable per se. Corn was also good. With corn sales for the 25-26 crop year were the second largest in 7 weeks and well above the pace needed to reach the forecast. And wheat sales for the 25-26 during the week ended of Feb 5th were 488,000 tons. That's more than double the seasonal pace at this time of the year needed to reach our forecast. So that's also really good for the wheat market. Soybean sales were 282,000 tons, which was the smallest for the marketing year and well below that pace to reach the forecasted outbound for exports. But again, still a lot to be decided there as we figure out what sales China still continues to put on.
Yeah. So right now on the board at the Andersons, what do you have?
Yeah, we have March corn at 415, June corn at 430, new crop 26 corn at 402, June soybeans at 1135, new crop 26 soybeans at 1050, new crop 26 July red wheat at $5, and July white wheat at $5.12.
All righty. You have a great day, Melinda. Thank you so much.
Thanks, you guys too.
You bet. Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us right now. The market report brought to you by Thumb Bank and by the Rummel Insurance Agency. Remember Thumb Bank? They've been working with agriculture since 1895, and they've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay. And the Rummel Agency, they want to get to know you one-on-one so that they can help you get the right farm insurance protection for you and your family. And they've got locations in Frankenmuth, Saginaw, and Carroll. Both invite you to mark down on your calendar the Michigan Wheat Program's 2026 annual winter grower meeting, which is going to be next Tuesday, February the 17th, at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center. Registration, displays, breakfast, everything starts at 8:15 next Tuesday. Program begins at 9. RUP and CCA credits are in progress for Wheat Day. And again, for more information, all you got to do is go to miwheat.org. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
What are we looking at now?
Oh, another dazed and confused day for me. Market started out great, up, fine, and then, I don't know, negativity trickled in. You know, it's been coming at us. This is the third day in a row now that the stock market's down 550 on the Dow. So a little over 1% on the S&P, about 1.6% on the Nasdaq Q. So definitely leaning away from the tech still. Again, everything in Bitcoin is in the tank. Netflix hit a new low for the year today. That's something you don't see very often because that was one of the Magnificent Seven a year ago, and now it's the Magnificent Dud. So who knows? But Deere and Cat both hit all-time highs today. So did Archer Daniels. So did Bungie. and also AGCO. So that temporarily is okay. However, they all turn south at this point, except for AGCO still up and Deere is still up, but Cat's down at this point, and so it goes. What else? Google, is it Google and it going to issue $1 trillion worth of debt fairly soon to fund their data centers that they're building? So it's kind of interesting. They've got money, but they're going to issue like a 100-year bond. I don't know who would buy that, but it's a 100-year maturity on that thing. They're assuming that, of course, interest rates are going to be up sometime in the next 100 years, and they'll look really, really good after they do that. So we'll see how that pans out. But they did say that the tech companies are going to issue something like $3 trillion worth of debt in the next 5 years. So I guess they're all on board to do something like that. I mean, it almost sounds like the U.S. government the way they talk about debt. But anyway, so yeah, the grains are up. That's the bright side. Here's the numbers. The March corn is 429 3/4, up 2 1/4. September corn 447 1/2, up 2 3/4. The March soybeans 1137, up 13. September soybeans 1118 1/2, up 5 3/4. The March wheat is 547 1/2, up 10 1/4. And September wheat 573 3/4, up 7 1/4. Sugar hit another new low, sitting at 13.78 right now, down 6 cents. Energy prices down a little bit today. Crude oil 63.08, that's down $1.38. Heating oil is 239 1/2, that's down 4.5 cents. Gasoline is 192 1/2, down 5.5 cents. Natural gas is 324 1/4, up 8.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3624 Canadian. That's up 52 ticks. The dollar buys 152.75 yen. That's down 49 ticks. The euro is at 118.67, down 3 ticks. And the dollar's at 96.87, up 4 ticks. Gold's at 49.7240, down $108.70. Silver's at 77.52, down $6.40. That's getting hammered, 7.5%. Platinum's $2,031, down $106.90, again 5%. And copper is at 583.20, that's down 13.5 pennies.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Aye.
Hang in there.
Just another day.
Yes. Doug Klein, thank you.
Okay.
We'll talk to you again. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland Seed headquarters. You know, serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983. Vic Huffer and his staff, they've got answers to the questions you might have. So give them a call or stop by and see them. Freeland Bean and Grain. We'll take a break and then be right back. Harvest more than crops. Harvest opportunity with precision farming technology. At PC Ag Solutions, we deliver precision ag solutions for every grower, no matter your experience level. From easy-to-use guidance systems to full machine control, we'll customize a package that fits your farm and works with any brand of equipment. As your local ag leader dealer, PC Ag Solutions is here to help you maximize your equipment, your time, and your bottom line. Call us today, 989-868-4444. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Frankenmuth Credit Union. They're here to help farmers. They do have lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. You know, they can be your hometown financial solution. Maybe they are already, and you're enjoying the benefits of working with the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. If you're not, they've got more than 30 locations around the area. You can check with them and see how they can help. Either that or do a little fact-finding on your own by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Farm Service also brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. We'll take another break and then be right back. The name of the game in farming is profit. And if you want to put more profit into farming, get the help and seasoned sound advice you need from the pros at Star of the West. Sure, the question of selling or storing your harvest is an important one. And Star of the West, with today's technology, can give you the up-to-the-minute information you need to make the right decision, one that certainly affects profits. That's just one reason why you should take your corn, your soybeans, any of your crops to Star of the West. The other is well-trained, experienced, knowledgeable people who are true professionals in agribusiness. Star of the West offers you stability that no other firm in the area can approach. This means that people who are in the same positions year after year get to know your needs better and in general know the business better. Since 1870, Star of the West has been and continues to be the one to trust. Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870. Frankenmuth, Reese, Richville, Guerra, and Cass City. Real quick, let's chat with Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, any suggestions for today?
Well, I don't know about suggestions, but there's been a whole lot of hubbub going on about trees exploding on the internet and social media. And, trees don't really explode. You can hear a large crack in them when that frost crack does occur. It's called southwest injury or frost crack. And it happens when you have a cold day, maybe even colder than today. But today's bright sun, the tree heats up on the sunny side, and it's still cold and contracting on the backside. And that can cause the bark and tree to crack. And when that happens, you can hear it. Sometimes they say it's almost like a gunshot.
So don't be alarmed, right?
Don't shoot back. No, it's okay. It's just nature doing her thing. And,
right.
And typically the trees are fine.
All righty. Thanks a lot, Jerry. We appreciate it. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. New York markets. Teresa, good morning. How's things looking over at Baird & Company?
Good morning. The techs are the story this morning, and not in a good way, bringing the Dow Jones Industrial Average down currently 520 points at 49,601, 555 million shares traded. NASDAQ down 372 points at 22,693, 715 million shares traded. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 769.45, down 5.55. Deere 613.23, up 54. CMS Energy 75.15, up 63. Dow 32.87, down $1.13. DuPont 50.06, down $1.47. Corteva 75.17, down 15. General Motors 80.59, down 75. Trinzio 42 cents, down a penny. Walmart 132.97, up 4.18. Huntington Bank 17.43, down 50 cents. Independent Bank 35.67, down 32, and AT&T at 29.18, up 72.
You have a great day, Teresa. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company. Back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton,